Hi Jenna, it's really good to see you again. Good news, you've done the right thing by coming in. I went over your x-ray findings as well as your exam, and what I have found is that what you have is treatable with chiropractic care. So you've come to the right place at the right time.
Thank you.
So before we go over everything, because what you have is a chiropractic issue, I want to go over some key points about chiropractic. As you remember from the video the other day, chiropractic is not new, it's not experimental, it's been the successful choice of treatment for cases just like yours for over 100 years. So, in other words, if we weren't getting the results that we're getting now, chiropractic would have disappeared long ago. However, the opposite is true. Because the results are so successful, chiropractic is the second largest healing profession in the world. Also, this is yours. This is your report. You get to take this home, but I just want to highlight a few things in here. Here, WebMD has done a study with over 1 million patients over several years, and chiropractic has been found to have a 95% satisfactory rate. 95% is pretty amazing. Mm-hmm. In the medical world of healthcare right now, it's almost impossible to find a success rate better than that. So that's why I feel I'm very confident that you've come to the right place for the solution to your problem. Now, a lot of people ask, how did I get this way? What happened? Well, it's not just one isolated event. It's an accumulation of trauma that you've put on your body throughout your entire life, starting with the trauma of childbirth and then continuing on into your adolescent and childhood years where you had many bumps, bruises, accidents. Now, in your adult lifestyle, it's impossible to know the amount of improper lifting and physical trauma you've put on your body throughout your adult life. That's why I say it wasn't just one event. Think about it that if you went to the dentist or never went to the dentist or never brushed your teeth, the amount of deterioration and decay that your teeth would be under from childbirth to now. Also, think about your tires. If you've never had them balanced or rotated, you'd be bound to have a blowout. Well, the same goes to with your body. You've put all this wear and tear on your body with virtually no treatment, no prevention, and no way of offsetting that wear and tear. Also, you have innumerable amounts of nerve and tissue damage that you've put on your body throughout your life without any of that treatment as well. So, to be honest, I'm surprised you're not in worse shape than you already are. So, you ask, what is the result of all of this untreated wear and tear? Well, let's go to the next page. Your body has spent years being pushed and pulled out of alignment, putting pressure on the discs and therefore causing less flexibility, inflammation, and irritation put on the nerves that go out from behind the vertebra. The technical term for this is called a subluxation. Okay? You can see here in these highlighted areas all the different things that subluxation can cause in various areas of the body. Okay? So what we want to do is look to those areas and try to take pressure off of the nerves. So when your nerves are being pinched or prohibited from working at its best, it's not receiving information from the brain. You'll find it fascinating to know that the brain sends communication down to the nerves and goes out to all the organs, all the tissues, and relays that communication to so the body can function at its best. When you have inflammation or irritation of those nerves, the communication is not able to pass. Think about it as a watering hose. If you clamped off a watering hose, that water would not pass through. The same thing goes for the body. So the goal is to take pressure off of those nerves. Mm-hmm. That way your body can respond to the communication from the brain. Here you can see are the degeneration processes. With any type of health condition or anything like that, the further the stages you go, the worse off that you're going to be, okay? So what we want to do, and our goal for you, is to stop the degeneration process now, okay? So, and to, prevent this from happening in the future. I would put you at a phase 2 degeneration process based on the x-rays. And that's what we're going to go into now. We're going to go into talking about your x-rays. Because you can't take your x-rays home, I have highlighted a couple areas here. These are not your x-rays, but this is similar to the stages of degeneration that you're in. I would say you're in the mild degeneration stage in the neck, mid-back, and low back. So it's really good to look over this, kind of read it, take it home, explain it to your spouse, and that way you can get a little bit better understanding. Now that we've gone through what the cause of the problem is, let's talk about the reason that you're here. the solution to the problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip this over for you. So what we want to do is, again, take pressure off of the nerves, right? So the solution to your problem is a series of adjustments, series of treatments that we call adjustments, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust the spine back into its proper alignment, taking pressure off the nerve. Now, think about an orthodontist. They can't just reach into your mouth, put all your teeth back after one visit. It takes a series of treatment over time to regain that proper alignment of the mouth. Well, the same thing goes for you. We're going to adjust the spine and let the body kind of retrain and re-understand what this new spine is going to look like. Now, because you have been misaligned for so long, your body considers what it is now to be the normal. So that's why it's going to take time over several treatments to readjust, because your body is most likely going to readjust back. And then we just have to, it's like taking 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. That's why it's imperative that you keep the treatment schedule that we have prescribed for you, okay? The time and the frequency is essential to the restoration of your health, okay? Now, here we're going to go into the stages of your treatment. The first stage is why you're here. It's the pain relief stage. You want to get out of pain, and we want to get you out of pain. So what we're going to do is pretty much after seeing you, everyone responds differently to the pain relief stage. I'm going to start you off at every day this week and then 3 times a week for the next 2 weeks, okay? We're also going to supplement your adjustments with some therapies to get you feeling better quicker, okay? So what we want to do is after these 3 weeks, I believe that you're going to be feeling great, you're going to be feeling better and thinking, great, problem solved. However, your state is so fragile that any wrong lift, any wrong turn could set you back to where you are now or possibly worse. That's why the second phase is even more important than the first, and that's the stabilization phase. We want to stabilize your spine so you're no longer in that fragile state, okay? But before we move you on to the stabilization phase, we want to do a progress exam, okay? That exam is going to let me know if you are ready to graduate to that stage or possibly, take your treatment plan even down further. And we would be anxious to do that once we get to there. So once I see that we're able to graduate you to the stabilization phase, I feel that that's going to be a lot easier for you. We're going to have you come in 2 times a week for the next 3 weeks, okay? And then again, after that, once I realize, okay, we are at a stabilized place, you're not fragile anymore, we're going to do another progress exam and then take you down to the third and final phase, the prevention phase. Now, you may ask, well, why is this part of my treatment? Well, all those causes that we talked about, we're not able to offset those. You're still going to do the things in your daily activities, your daily life. So what we want to do is to make sure that by adjusting you and keeping you on that adjustment plan, that we prevent things from happening in the future, as well as offset that wear and tear. Does that make sense? So we're going to be doing 1 time a week for the next 6 weeks, okay? We say that prevention is always better than overhaul. Wellness care is always better than sickness care. So we'll talk a little bit more about wellness care and the recommendation for that when we get there. So wellness care is what you want, wellness care is what you need, and we want to make sure that you get that. But in order to get you to that condition, we've got a couple things that I ask of you, okay? First, I want you to make your appointment schedule to fit your life. Okay, it's really important, as I stated earlier, to keep your treatment and your appointment schedule to a T. Don't miss. Okay. The second thing I'm asking is that I want you to attend a class that I think is very beneficial and almost essential to your health and well-being. Okay, it's, I think, a topic that you will really enjoy, and it's probably nothing that you have ever experienced before, and it's the How to Stay Young for the First 100 Years, okay? I've also included tickets for your family to come. I think it'd be a really great time for your family to see everything, and it'd be really beneficial. Okay. So we offer the class on Tuesdays at noon and Thursdays at 6. Which time works better for you?
Probably Thursday at 6.
Thursday at 6? Okay. When Brittany comes in here, she's going to fill out all your appointment schedules, get you set up for that. And she's also going to get you a reservation for the How to Stay Young for the First 100 Years class. Okay? If you don't have any further questions, I'm ready to get started with treatment. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, let's go ahead and go.
Perfect.